Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Selenium training. In this session, we are going to learn about how to handle weights using fluent weights. So in previous session, we have seen about how to handle exceptions using implicit weights and explicit weights. So in this session, we will be seeing how to handle and what are the different features available using fluent weights. So most of us will have a confusion about these fluent weights. What is the difference between this explicit weight and fluent weight? And also this is very mostly asked interview question. What is a fluent weight and how it is different from explicit weight? So with this, you have to remember 2 points using fluent weights. One is fluent weight is a dynamic weight and it has a polling period. And the advantage of using fluent weights is uh, you can put your custom message whenever an exception is occurred after a certain wait period. That's the main differences between explicit weight and fluent weight. Okay, so this is also a dynamic and only applicable for one element. It's not applicable for all elements, but only whatever the element which you feel it might throw an exception. So in those cases, you will be using this fluent weight and make some polling periods. So we will quickly jump to an example and see how this fluent weight will work. So in previous session, we have seen about implicit and explicit weight. So let me create a new class. Let me name it as fluent weight example, public static void main. So let me take the sample code which we used here for opening a Google page and then typing some text into the search box. Okay, so okay, so now let us run this and see. See, so it's working fine. Now what we'll do is we will just give some wrong element path. That is that name is Q, but we will give QA. So let me show you that. So if you click on this element inspection, the element is having a name as Q. Okay, but intentionally for taking an example of fluent weight, so let us give a wrong reference, that is some QA or some wrong name. And now let's run this program. You can see here it immediately throwed an error, right? It does not wait for a particular time. Okay, I think we have given implicit wait, right? So let me remove this as well. Okay, now let me run this. Yeah, if you observe the console here, immediately after opening the page, it's giving an error. That means it's not even waiting for a second. Once the page is launched, it's trying to find out the search box with this element. And since this element is not there on the web page, it throwed us an error immediately, right? Now what is the error that we got here? It's a no such element exception, right? Now we will be taking this exception and we will be handling it using fluent weight. So to handle this uh, no such element exception, you can use explicit weight as well. You can see here wait dot until expected conditions dot visibility of element. So this is one way where you have given a certain period to wait duration of seconds, right? So now we will be using fluent wait and see how to handle this. So there is a reference page that you can refer to. So I'll be giving this in the description box. You can search from there. So this is a fluent wait class which is implemented. This is an implementation of a wait interface. Okay, and you can observe here that may have its timeout and polling interval configured on the fly. So during runtime, the polling period will be taken and then it will search for the element as per that polling period. So you can see an example here. So the timeout is 30 seconds. So for each 5 seconds, it will try to search for an element. So after completing 30 seconds, then it will throw as an exception. Um, for no such element exception. Till then, it will be ignoring this exception and keep trying for 30 seconds for every 5 seconds. So now let's take this, um, let's copy this and let's use in our code. Okay, so let's import this wait. You have to import this wait from OpenQA Selenium support and then this fluent wait as well from selenium.support.ui. And then here you will be using duration dot of seconds. You can see duration dot has many methods: seconds, second, and nano adjustments, and minutes, milliseconds, and all those. So for now I'll be using seconds, and I'll just give for 20 seconds wait with timeout is a 20 seconds, and then I'll be giving polling every 5 seconds. So again you have to provide duration dot of seconds, 5 seconds. Okay, and then ignoring no such element exception, you have to import it from openqa.selenium and not from java.util. Okay, okay, with timeout. Okay, so fluent wait. So let me remove this first and then try to import it again. Okay, so see, we have given this is a old style of giving the seconds, but now we are using duration and taking the method from that and using it here. Okay, so this is the syntax that you need to follow. So what this exactly means, it will wait for 20 seconds and for each 5 seconds it will be searching for this element and it will not, it will ignore this exception. Okay, so that's the meaning of this fluent wait. You should be able to explain this statement whenever you are attending for any interview if they ask this. First, this one states the timeout total duration, and this one says the number of seconds that it will poll, and then this is statement for ignoring the exception. You can provide any exception here. uh, since we got no such element exception, I am providing this. But if you have some other exceptions, then you can give that exception, and don't forget to give dot class. The dot class is definitely needed here to ignore that exception. Okay, now so let's see what all other methods available you can explore here. See all methods, ignore all, ignoring. You can use ignore all for ignoring all the exceptions, and timeout exception polling every. We are using with timeout. Okay, see the last one, and we have one more method as well, as I said you, dot with message. So we can give our custom message as well. Once this exception is occurring, even after 20 seconds we can provide our custom message. We will come to that. Now what we will do is we will be writing our path code. Okay, and then we'll take from there. Okay, so now we already have a wait instance created. So let's use that wait dot until. Okay, expected conditions dot. Okay, presence of element located. Okay, I'll be using, sorry, I'll be using dot presence of element located by dot. So I'm using the name, right? So I'll be using this by dot name. Okay, dot send keys of artificial intelligence. So I will be commenting this line now, since we will be handling it is here using fluent wait. Okay, so now it will wait for this element, and this element is not there, then it will start executing these things. Okay, so now let's run this and see how this behaves. Okay, and you will be seeing some message related to these statements that we used. So let me run this. See in the console, it didn't throw any alert message, right? It's waiting for 20 seconds, and after 20 seconds it will throw an exception that this element is not found. See, so here you can read unable to locate element, and also you can see here expected condition failed, waiting for the presence of element located by, and you can see here tried for 20 seconds with 500 milliseconds interval. Okay, that means 5 seconds interval. So this is what this complete statement is meant for. Okay, now this is the message that it displayed, right? Now let's use one more method and give our own message. Okay, give dot with message. Okay, and write something like, hey, um, please, or let's write like, element is not found, please correct and run again. Okay, some kind of custom message I'm trying to give to the system so that the user will understand that. Okay, now let me run this again. Okay, the page is launched and it started waiting for the element, and the element is not found. Now it will start polling and all the operations related to fluent wait. Now we will be seeing the custom message that we have provided. Okay, yeah, now exception is thrown. Now you can observe here expected condition fail, and see the message here, hey, element is not found, please correct and run again. So by this user will understand that custom message, and also as usually the default message related to fluent tried for 20 seconds with 500 milliseconds interval is also displayed. Okay, so this is how the fluent wait works. So fluent waits are mostly used when there are some elements, or there are some pages which are having delay in loading, and when you want to handle those, so you don't want to waste your time, you wanted to poll for each 5 seconds and then try for the element visibility, then you will be using this fluent. So this is very important concept, and also most frequently asked interview question. So just try to learn this 4 lines of code and know what each and every statement is meant. Okay, so then you will be able to answer what is this fluent weight. And also just compare what is the difference between the explicit weight and fluent weight and implicit weight. Then you will understand the difference. Okay, the most difference that you can tell about fluent weight and explicit weight is polling period. Okay, in explicit weight there is no polling period, but in fluent weight you have a polling period, and also you can specify your custom message to the user so that he will understand what exactly the error is related to. Okay, so this is all about fluent weight, and in the next session we will be coming up with more interesting topic. And hope you liked this video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you will get the notification for my further videos. And please sharing and keep learning. Thank you and have a nice day.